I talk a lot about my family, but specifically I should talk about my son, my oldest son, Devin. He does have autism. The one thing that Devin loves, probably more than anything besides trains, are cats. And Chowda is his cat. We have various cats, but none of them are a black and white short hair cat, and that's specifically Devin's cat. Because the other cats, they react differently, but with Chowda, every time Devin sees Chowda, it's just, they walk right up to each other and he can pet him, pick him up. We can take him on walks and do everything like that.
So I came down to Pixie Project, let Amy know exactly what I was looking for, a friend for my blind dog, and she really thought through all of the dogs that she had here and available and let me play with several of the dogs, and eventually we ended up with Maymay, and she came home with us, and within 2 days I knew that it was it.
This is my cat, Serafina. Serafina's been one of my cats for about maybe 3 or 4 years. She's real special to me. She's able to stay with me in a shelter that I'm in. They were able to provide the necessary vaccinations for me to be able to have Serafina stay in the shelter with me. She's been a godsend when it comes to my anxieties. Just having somebody love me for just being me.
We pulled into Pixie Project. It said Pet Adoption Center. And I got super excited and I was like super speechless because I waited so long for Buddy. And then he came out and it was love at first sight. We've been best friends ever since.
One day we noticed that Chowda was limping and we weren't sure what happened. They said that he had fractured his hip.
Nani had several stones in her bladder, and it's been very difficult for our family to make ends meet.
We started taking her to Banfield, and Dr. Anderson had noticed that she had bladder stones.
The unfortunate news was that it would cost around $1,500 for the surgery to be performed to fix Chowda's hip. I'm friends with a lot of people, and I don't think I know anyone that has just $1,500 laying around.
It would have been a struggle to keep trying to find a way to come up with money. It was very depressing, and very hard to deal with because I know she's in pain. She'd been taking pain medicines for a very long time.
My wife and I, we were kind of getting emotional just talking about it, thinking, well, what if we have to? Oh, that's not something that we want to do, and that's not something we want to do to Devin.
And then one day, Dr. Anderson called and said that they were partnering with the Pixie Project and that they could do this surgery for an incredible reduced rate. And I didn't even hesitate, and I started to cry because I knew that it would help her. You struggle when you know that your kids are in pain, regardless if it's two-legged or four-legged,
And I think it would have taken probably the biggest toll on him, just because when he likes something, he really, really likes it, and he really likes Chowda.
And just to know that Pixie Project was available to give her a better quality of life and maybe even extended her life, I am forever grateful.
We specifically chose these pets to be our companions. They didn't really choose us in the beginning. And I think it's our job to be good stewards to our community and our neighborhoods and even our family members to treat these as if they were just as important as one of your children.
Pixie Project made my life awesome and a lot better because they made me have my bestest friend ever.
That's really what life's all about, is committing to things and making people know that you really do care.